I get so excited about VBS every year that I did a lot of calling around to say, hey, we're having VBS in our yard, I need help, come do this with us. And so we had incredible volunteers from our neighborhood. A lot of the older teens came over to help. And then just a lot of friends and family members that were super excited to just put love into our kids. We're just out back, and he came over and introduced himself. And he's got an 8-year-old, I have an 8-year-old. He has a 4-year-old, I have a 5-year-old. So it's just kind of perfect timing, perfect God bringing two families together that just can take over VBS and run with it and make it awesome.
It was neat to see the teamwork because like Sarah and Mark did just an incredible job setting everything up, figuring out where to put stuff around their house so we'd have the right shade at the right time to watch the TV outside and all that. And and we just worked, we all worked really well together. All the volunteers were just great. And to be able to pull something like that together, like everything was well prepared to begin with. So they gave us a box of materials for each day and said, hey, go to town. And it was just an awesome opportunity for people to maybe, me to reach into my bag of tools, and create something for kids that maybe I wouldn't have a normal opportunity to do that, in a regular setting, right, in the regular VBS setting, and provided so many other people that, like Sarah and Mark, and gave them an opportunity to just have some incredible hospitality as well, and use those gifts that way. It was awesome.
So we only had 4 kids actually show up at our site, but the connections we were able to make with them was amazing. Because the smaller the group, the closer you can get, and it was really cool to help out and to see these kids grow through Christ.
Oh, it was cool. The kids enjoyed it. I enjoyed the kids, because they appreciated it. You can just tell, they don't have a lot of interaction and activities going on out there. So yeah, it was fun. They were playing soccer on the one side, and then we were doing like the crafts, and the kids were dancing, and so yeah, it was a good time, good time. And it's different because I'm on staff at Trinity, so usually, it's at church, and this year, it wasn't, so it was kind of, it was different, but it was still powerful, yeah.
We actually had a family that has just moved in at the top of our street, and 4 of them, 4 kids came down every day. They are definitely not Christians, and the first day they came, they weren't too sure about it, and then they didn't want to leave at the end of the day, and every day they came back. And the first day it was 2 kids, by the end of the week it was all 4 kids, and I made a connection with their 5th grader. It was on the day that we were talking about forgiveness and Jesus, and he shared a story that one day at school he got really angry, and he slammed his locker, and it slammed the little girl next to him's finger in the locker, and he got in trouble and sent to the principal's office. But he said, now I know that Jesus forgave me for that, and he'll forgive me all the time. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And so we made a really good connection, and now their kids will come down swimming, and I can kind of keep up that. Their daughter is Emily's age, my daughter's age, and so she'll go to youth group stuff. And, it was a really good connection we made with them. Well, a connection we wouldn't have made if VBS was at church this year, So that's super exciting for us.
My 8-year-old hasn't met a lot of friends yet. We haven't been able to get out much, obviously, with everything going on, but being able to meet the Housepians, and he was able to play with Nick and loved that. And then he actually made another friend that lives 4 doors down from us, which he's like, when are we going to go see Colin again? He's been missing him. And I'm like, this is so cool that it allowed us to engage with our neighborhood and with our church and with the body of Christ in just a very unique way that I don't think we would have maybe tried ever if we didn't have to. So it's pretty cool.
Some of the older kids out there were helping the younger kids who didn't quite get it. And it wasn't like I'm better than you, or I know this, or they just jump right in, and it was second nature. So
I think a lot of our younger volunteers too really were able to get involved. As much as they were helping out, they were also involved in it, which I've never done it at Trinity before, so I don't know how to compare it, but I thought everyone interacted really, really well.
I mean, there was one girl, she was preschool or kindergarten, and she really bonded with me. And her mom came with her every day, and she talked with us leaders aside, and she said she's been struggling with understanding the concept of death and how Jesus died for us. And well, so we were sitting listening to the Bible story, and Breslin, she kind of leans over and she whispers to me, and she's like, "So Jesus died for me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "And he rose from the dead?" And I was like, "Yeah, he did." And she's like, "So he's gonna raise me from the dead too?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh." I'm sorry I get emotional over this one, but for someone so young to understand a concept so huge, I mean, I know I'm still struggling with that concept. Sorry. So, it was really cool. When I was little, church was the place for God. And when you got home, you were supposed to, obey the rules and listen to your parents. But church was for God and home was for home. But showing that, bringing the VBS to our homes, it showed that God happens anywhere to these kids. Like they don't, that might not have happened if we didn't do VBS at home. So it's kind of cool.
So fun. Like Trinity just does a great job of preparing you and helping you and supporting you to do it, giving you everything you need to do it, and then just saying go. And it was fun. It was fun. And VBS in the church is such a big deal. I mean, it's a big thing, and it was still a big thing in our backyard.